Player comparisons for Jonathan Mogbo, the 6'8", 6'9", stretch forward, face up big man from San Francisco. We both have come up with a best case comparison for him, a worst case scenario for him. This is not what we think would be the likely outcome, but best case, I would say everything breaks right. Worst case, everything breaks wrong. We both have selected one for each. We have not told each other what the other one is. We're going to react live to what each other says. We're going to come to a consensus and decide on a consensus best case, worst case comp for Mr. Mogbo. So, Riley, best case comp, hit me with it.
Yeah, so if you watch the scouting report, the breakdown of Mogbo, I said his best team fit is with the Magic. I think best case, he is a forward who started his career in Orlando before becoming an NBA champion with the Denver Nuggets, Aaron Gordon. And if you look at how
Okay.
Denver has used Aaron Gordon, they've gotten the most out of him. They let him initiate, much like USF did with Mobo this past season. Gordon is a know your role all star. He plays off of Jokic so well. He'll hit corner threes, which granted Mobo hasn't done that yet, but
Yep.
I feel like there's a world or that is his trajectory. I think he can get there. Crashes the glass, will catch lobs, and just play really good defense and be sort of fill the gaps for any sort of need your team might have.
I like that one a lot. I really, really do. I still think I like mine more.
See, I really feel like this dude is Aaron Gordon 2.0, but I'll hear you out.
I think he's got a lot of Pascal Siakam potential in him. A older prospect that came from a mid-major school on the West Coast. I think Siakam was like 22 when he came out too, and he was a non-perimeter in terms of a shooter, but an excellent rebounder. Found ways to score on the rim, face-up game, and just kept adding to that and developed into the all-star near max player that he is now for the Pacers. I think that is the mold that Mobo can follow to reach his full potential. Because Siakam particularly this playoff has shown a lot more of his handle and getting into it. Once
Mm-hmm.
he
Yeah, that's
got
true.
into like a second contract with the Raptors, he was able to show a lot more of that. Like I think Mobo has, I think, is more developed in that part of his game right now than Siakam was. But now he's got to turn that into creating some stuff for himself off the bounce from a jump shot standpoint. Um, I like the Gordon comp. I like Siakam as well.
Uh, I didn't realize Pascal was that nice on the glass at New Mexico State. He averaged
Oh
11
yeah,
boards a game.
oh yeah. He was fantastic. Like he was drawing like Kenneth Fareed comparisons.
I see the comp. I mean, let's see. Look at the 3-point numbers this past year. Dang, Siakam hit. Let me do the math real quick.
Check his
85
college numbers though.
threes. He hit 85 threes last year too. Excuse me, he hit
It's
85
it's
this
come
past year,
along.
93 the year before. In college, he only hit 3 in 2 years.
Yeah, like
I
it's
mean,
it's
that's pretty impressive.
right. He wasn't a threat. He wasn't a threat, and I will give you that. Like Mobo, I think matches Aaron Gordon's athletic profile a little bit more
And the body type.
and the body type, skill set wise. I think Siakam. This is gonna be a tough one. We'll get to a consensus at the end. But worst case scenario, who do you think that is?
I said Xavier Tillman, and that's because I see him as a very high floor prospect. Tillman was the same. Well, not a one for one comparison coming out of Michigan State, but some similarities in their skill set. More of that wide build to sort of make up for the lack of height. Could make
Yeah,
plays from the front court. Although I think Tillman was more so like a playmaker off the short roll, passer out of the post, as opposed to like a run your offense kind of big like Mobo is. But I just picked that comp because it's big men with skills who can pass, who are a little
yeah.
bit undersized height wise, but at the very least can be in the rotation for a good team. I mean, I guess Tillman's playing in the finals right now. I don't know if he's gotten in game one or game two,
I
but
don't I don't think he has
he
unless it's been like the last seconds.
I think he was a rotation piece for the Grizzlies
He
a
was.
year or two ago when they were in the playoffs. So he has been a
He
rotation
was.
piece for a playoff team, and I think. Yeah, Mobo, I really feel like that's his floor, is a rotation piece for a really good team.
I like that. Um, I think Tillman is almost like too steady in a sense for that because and I don't know if it's just from him playing for Michigan State and us seeing him in like such a leadership role. that
Mhm.
Mobo didn't really play. I don't know if I just have that in my head as obviously doing college basketball. But I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Um, Mine was a Celtics draft pick from 2017. I hope I pronounced this correctly because I don't know if I am or not. Um,
Guershon Yabusele.
yes. Yep.
I like that a lot. He was supposed to be French Draymond.
He
That
was
was
supposed to be French Draymond. He had some Boris Diaw comparisons. Just he was 6'8", 260 big. He's got a lot more girth than Mobo does, but an undersized big man who could rebound and had deft passing touch. And just never panned out. Never panned out.
I love that as a worst case. I do have to ask, did this dude ever dunk in his career? He does not
Probably
strike me
not.
as an above the rim
He
type of
does not
big.
have an above the ring game, but I was trying to think of undersized bigs who didn't shoot threes.
I'm about to tap into some Guershon highlights. Hey,
All right.
so all right, so where are you at with going with which comp?
Um, I like mine best, to be honest with you.
I'm at least giving him one. I really want Aaron
I will.
Gordon.
You want Aaron Gordon?
I want Aaron Gordon.
Let's do Gordon and Yabusele then.
All right,
I
that
think
sounds
I
good to
think I
me.
can rock with that. So, but like Aaron Gordon, Pascal Siakam are not like bad players at
Not at
all.
all.
Like if Mobo hits, you're getting perhaps the best player in this draft in the second round. That's got to
Okay,
entice a lot of teams.
Yabusele, when he was playing in Real Madrid, let me tell you, this dude had mobility and he looked like he was going to be a problem on the defensive end. Jump shot was ugly though. Oh my goodness. Maybe I like this a lot. I think we came to a good consensus.
Yeah, I'm learning that a lot of my worst case comps are better than my best case comps. I guess I'm just very negative, good at being negative when looking at this prospect.
Also,
Go ahead.
Guershon, these highlights I'm watching, Guershon had a pretty nasty dunk. Never mind. He tried to dunk. I was like, are we selling this too short?
No, he was 6'8", 260, and I think the 260 kept him um, close with gravity. Let's put it that way, close with gravity. But Jonathan Mogbo, best case scenario, very very good player, very very good player. I think it'll be fun to see where he ends up on draft night and how his career turns out.
The NBA draft is coming up, and I've got something awesome for you. We are partnering with the people at NBA 2K Lab. NBA 2K is the best video game on earth. The people at 2K Lab are making some awesome stuff to make that game even more fun, and they just launched their 2024 NBA Draft Simulator, where you can find the official Sleepers Media big board. We ranked our top 75 players in this draft class. Me, Carter, Brian Ralph, Riley Davis. We did it together, and it is featured on the 2K Lab NBA Draft Simulator. You can take control of any team in the draft, play GM with just one click, and see our entire rankings before these videos even come out. Check out the link in the description of this video to try out the draft sim for yourself, and you can find more mini games at nba2klab.com/NBA-mini-games.